Hi, Paul Bedford here from Retention Guru, and in this clip originally filmed talking to Matthew and Mo from the Lift podcast, I am talking about the quality of the actual physical product that you offer and the challenges that can have in creating an environment to improve retention. So while I normally talk about the impact of staff and your digital communication, the customer experience, well, part of that customer experience is the stage. It's the actual environment in which people are working out in. And Matthew asked me the really pertinent question: does the quality of the product impact retention? In a lot of cases, it can do. It certainly doesn't help if you have a poor quality facility and then you're trying to improve retention. So that's what I'm talking about here. If you've got any questions or comments for me, please put them in the box down below. If you want to contact me directly, it's paul@retentionguru.co.uk. And if you want to watch the entire Lift podcast, and I suggest you subscribe to that anyway, it's always got good content, then we'll put a link to that down below as well, so you can click through to that. For now, enjoy the clip, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye.
Do you ever look at when you get asked to see these businesses? Do you ever look at the product itself? Because ultimately, you can do great marketing, you can provide great training, but a lot of it's surely got to come down to the quality of the product. So do you ever go into these businesses and look at it and say, hey, what you really need to do is get your product, up a little bit before you can, what I can do is going to provide any value?
Oh yeah, no. Recently, I've been into a site that I thought was going to be mind-blowingly wonderful, and it's probably at the worst place I've been into in the last 5 years. And they're saying, "Can you help us keep our members?" And I'm looking at their facilities, and I'm thinking, well, we can do all the things we normally do, but actually, if we drive volume of visits to a poor experience, it just means members are going to have a more frequent poor experience. And so we might end up driving attrition, but there's not a lot in the budget for them to sex up their facilities and what they've got. So there are times when it's going to be, I almost feel like I need to be Harry Potter with a magic wand and go, how am I going to make this happen? But I think that's the joy of what I get from work, is like, can I come up with a solution? Can I come up with something that's going to have an impact? Certainly, if this organization had money to invest in their building, I would need to do less, but the impact of the building diminishes over time unless things are broken. So the first time I walk in, I see some of the designs you've put in and some of the places you've built, and you walk in and it's like, wow, that's amazing. But if you go there on a regular basis, that diminishes relatively quickly to just being the place I work out. And therefore, the actual experience that's being created has to take over from there, because the building it loses its wow. But when you don't have that wow to start with, it's going to be a challenge.